Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are in a spooky place, as you can see, and I feel like we're about to be interrupted by a spooky face. I'm not sure what voice I should go for. I don't know. I mean, she didn't seem well. I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not super good at doing like Finn voices, and Then again, she doesn't sound like she seems like she'd be. Oh, I don't know. I'll try to play it by ear. What are you doing? Ah! Yeah, see, I had a feeling it was going to be her. I mean, it's her laboratory, after all. Sorry. We, had something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't here, so... You thought you'd snoop around. It's acceptable to you people from the East, is it? Okay, you don't have to start talking about you people now. Come now. Come, my lady. Come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar baby. Well, what do you want? Lord Strongheart told us, you see, that it was you who examined the victim's body. Miss Harassment's body, I mean. Yeah, your name was on the autopsy report. I can confirm. So, we came to ask you about your findings. On Lord Strongheart's advice. Very well. If the Lord Chief Justice has given his consent, I'll tell you what our investigation revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately. I mean, fair enough. Also, I wonder, does she have any new dialogue? For when we're in here? I'm just, or if you when she sorry, what I mean is, I was just curious if there'd be any new additions, considering she's in here now. But okay, before we talk, want to check out my armband? Dr. Scythe, would you be good enough to take a look at this? Oh, you think I'm good enough, do you? No, I didn't mean... So I'm not good enough? In that case, why would you show me anything? Ugh, really, you're too good for me to show you anything again. Ever. Damn, don't go get yourself in trouble, Ryunosuke. Thoughts about this? Okay, I suppose not. Crossbow? Crossbows are pretty cool. What about this, dead guy? You like dead guys, right? Okay, autopsy report. That has your name on it. Okay, geez, I guess I just won't show you any goddamn thing. Fuck. Well, maybe... Maybe I'll show you this. I mean, aren't you looking for Mr. Druber? Okay, fine. Yeah, clearly... Okay, fine. Nothing catches your interest. Okay, I guess we'll just have a chat. So, about your findings. So, you want to know what the forensic investigation team determined from its examination of the scene. The victim, Mr. Odie Assman, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amid an explosion, and the Mr. Assman who appeared moments later, partway up the Crystal Tower, were without question one and the same person. That is the team's conclusion. Well, that's curious, because, I mean, we went all that length to posit that there might be a body double or some kind of situation, but, But that can't be right! If it was an elaborate trick, we can only speculate about how it was carried out. Well, let's see. If two people who looked very similar to each other were involved, They could have made it appear as if one single person had switched places, couldn't they? Very true, but sadly, in this instance, that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person. The fingerprints at the scene make that quite evident. Ah, fingerprints, that magical stuff we don't quite understand, but does still exist. They're not yet officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system, but one day they will be used as investigative aid, as a matter of course. Well, that I can attest to. Oh my! But that would mean that the instantaneous kinesis actually took place. So, where does that leave us? My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions. Well, yeah, I guess you're called the forensic investigation team, not the forensic conclusion team. Instantaneous kinesis is impossible, and yet the body did move from one place to the other. This hasn't cleared anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery. Oh, Jesus. Hi there. I thought you just be... I thought Dr. Scythe had become a smaller girl version of herself wearing a mask for a moment. Okay, now I gotta do another film voice. Mama! I don't know. Mama, what is this? Where did she spring from? And did you just call the doctor Mama? This is a lawyer, dear. A lawyer? Okay, you don't have to talk about me like I'm a fucking alien species. Oh, hello. To meet you. But please, to meet you. Yes, I'm a defense lawyer. I wasn't done talking, lady. Also, that's a cool mask, by the way. Those kind of masks are quite cool. I'm a defense lawyer. Ryunosuke Naruho. Mama! Yes. Can I cut this one up? What? Okay, let's, calm down. Okay, let's... Put the knife down, put the hatchet down. I have never seen inside an Eastern person before. I want to know what it looks like. Okay, well, don't get weird. Don't make it weird, okay? I mean, don't make it weirder. Don't make it weirder than it has to be. Also, how come your, like, badge pendant is bigger than your mom's? I assume with that. Also, but yeah, my organs work just like anyone else's. Of course you can't. It's a live specimen, as you can very well see. Humph. Boring. I think I just had a near-death experience. What if fucking Courtney, if Dr. Science was like, oh yeah, you can, like, was Ryunosuke just gonna fucking die right then and there? Jesus. Oh dear, Mr. Naruhodo, you're as pale as a corpse. And let's leave before I'm mistaken for one, okay? Like, I gotta fucking go, okay? Bye-bye. Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can here for now. If we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber, I'm sure Gina and little Toby won't let us down. Oh yeah, they were on the scent for Mr. Drebber, weren't they? Now then, do you think we have to try to speak with Mr. Sholmes at this point? We have things to discuss, and I'm dying to meet him again after all these months. Well, yes. It's quite possible he might know something useful. You're right. Where to find him at Madame Tuspel's? He's supposed to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit. Yes, Iris told me all about his latest unusual adventure. I think that's it. We get like one dialogue, one little conversation, and we gotta go. Oh wait. It's probably isn't gonna go well. So, what are you doing at the moment, Doctor? Keeping a close eye on things, so no impertinent Easterners think they can look around my office. Are there such impertinent Easterners around? How terrible. Okay, that's a little bit sassy, but I like it. Yes, you. She doesn't mince her words, Mrs. Otto. I think perhaps it's time we left. Okay, fine. We'll be going now. Goodbye. Nice shoes, by the way. Anyway, let's check out... See, I assume Sholmes will be in now, perhaps? Maybe? Maybe so? But man, that was kind of underwhelming. Like, geez, I wanted to talk to her at least a little bit longer. That was like, especially since that was like our first formal meeting. Here we are again at the House of Horrors. I'm afraid I haven't gotten used to the place yet. I'd still like to turn on my heels and go straight home. Via the confectionery, of course. Susato-san really is after something sweet today, isn't she? Oh, well, I'm right here, you know. Eek! What's the matter? Look, Mr. Naruhodo. Look at that waxwork. I'm quite sure it wasn't there before. Oh. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. See, you're back at work, are we? It looks exactly like Mr. Sholmes, down to the very last detail. Aha! What is it? Oh, sorry. I think you'll find that's the temporary waxwork himself. Oh, hello. Good to see you're doing well. How's the waxwork business treating you? Ah, it's a friend of my dedicated employee. Oh, yes. Hello again. It's Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, you know. I must say, I am quite spellbound by the great detective. He is the marvel. My precious waxwork is already back where it belongs. You don't mean... Ah, but yes, the mystery is solved already. Wow, Mr. Sholmes can really engage his brain when he's hungry enough. Yeah, I mean, you gotta fucking pay the bills. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I dropped my controller. Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you gotta pay the bills, you gotta pay them bills. So, as you can see, he has returned to his, habitual duties. Well, yes. Clearly. His habitual duties? Alors, do not disturb, eh? Oh, well. Poor Susato-san. She looks very perplexed. I thought I always explained the situation to you before. Well, can we see the exhibit? I mean, it was the professor who was stolen, right? If he's been returned, I'd like to see him, you know. Well, okay, we can't just let him, you know, sit there this whole damn time. We really do need to speak with Mr. Sholmes. I am longing to say hello again, but where is he? Oh no, he's on the move. I think you might find that he's quite nearby, actually. Oh, what are you? Oh, yeah, you must have just fucking hoofed it right to get it in our face that fucking quickly. Anyway, now to do this voice again. It's been a hot minute. Indeed, my dear fellows, it is I. The world-famous great detective and waxwork, Sherlock Holmes. Are you okay? Oh, Jesus. Susanoo, are you okay? Susanoo-san! Susanoo-san! Oh, poor Susanoo-san. I guess she fell into a faint. My most humble apologies. I did not mean to jump scare you like that. I thought I died and gone to eternal paradise for a moment via London. My dear madam, allow me to make amends by offering you a tasty free deduction at some point. Oh boy, free deductions. As long as it's not of questionable street food quality. I don't understand. Why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Holmes? I thought Iris explained it to you. Can I... Excuse me, go back. Oh, wait, well, okay. It's not in the history, but I'm pretty sure she mentioned that Iris explained the situation. Merely a secret identity, you understand. Though the case is largely solved now. Largely solved? We're talking about the waxwork abduction, I presume. Indeed we are, my good fellow. As I predicted, it was as easy as proverbial pie. Though I confess, I'm yet to partake of a pie proverbial or otherwise, or any food so far today, for that matter. Uh-oh. Sounds like someone's got a rumbly in their tumbly. That stomach rumble echoed around the whole museum. So how did you manage to solve it so quickly? Ah, well, do remember I said it was largely solved. Anyway, I simply negotiated with the culprit. Are you familiar with the so-called telephone? Oh, yes! It's the most modern invention, allowing you to hold a conversation with people far away. Yeah, I guess telephone would be a relatively new invention at this point in time. Huh. That hasn't really come into play in any of our given cases, but, you know. In Japan, only the imperial capital and a handful of other cities are connected as yet. This morning, a telephone call was received here from the perpetrator of the abduction. As such, I was able to negotiate terms, and in the end, the waxwork was returned. That's amazing! Wow, good work, Holmes. I guess you can do things when you want to. Just between you and I, it would appear the culprit had always intended to return the stolen waxwork in any event. Oh. I mean, that's nice, but why would you steal something if you were going to give it back in the first place? Oh? But I thought whoever was responsible had demanded a ransom, no? Yes, I think perhaps the ransom demand was necessary to avoid unwanted suspicion regarding the true motive. But does that not mean your negotiation was entirely unnecessary? A fact that I must ask you to keep from Madame Tusspells at all costs. Oh. Oh. Oh, Sholmesy. Even when you succeed, you still manage to disappoint. But in a loving... I mean that lovingly, of course, you know. A hungry young Iris awaits my return to Baker Street, after all. Poor Iris. Now then, do I sense that you have some business with this great waxwork? I should hope so, considering. Okay, by the way, Mr. Sholmes, about this. As you will see, I'm rather busy at the moment. If it's advice you seek, come to my office tomorrow and I should be happy to help you. Shall we say, 4 per item as a consultation fee? It's 2 hours of gas, that is. Okay, so yeah, I guess, I feel like there's maybe not anything super interesting we can show him. Like, evidence-wise. yeah, there's this, at least. Odie Assman. Yes, a fearsome adversary. What? You mean you fought him? I once infiltrated his criminal organization in order to investigate the man and his activities. But he saw through my disguise instantly. I still remember what the man said to me now. What was it? Whoever saw such a tall old lady? Oh. I guess that was your brilliant disguise? Old lady? Indeed. But my special disguise hasn't seen the light of that day. Light of day again since that humiliation. Mrs. Minicle is retired. Mrs. Minicle? I would give my right arm to see that. Huh. Yeah, I did. I do remember Iris saying something about that. How he had, dressed up in women's clothing for infiltration and investigation purposes. Anyway, let's not delay any longer, shall we? We're in the process of trying to track somebody down. Oh, Yes, a man by the name of Enoch Drebber. He's a swindler who duped Professor Hairbrain and the engineer who built the Kinesis machine. A swindler and an engineer? Quite the modern man. He also seems to be a conjurer of sorts too, with considerable knowledge of stage magic. Okay, when you call him a conjurer, that makes him sound like a fucking, like he's not just a stage magician, like he literally does, like, he's got like a fucking cauldron and like familiars and shit. It's just a funny way of referring to someone, a magician like that. We really need to locate him before the trial resumes tomorrow morning. But we have so few clues to go on. That's the trouble. Do you have any good ideas? I have no data yet. It is a capital mistake to have good ideas before one has data. If I knew something of the man's appearance, at least, I may be in a better position to help. Yes, of his appearance. Fortunately for you, however, presently I have little to occupy myself, and little to fill my stomach. As soon as you find any clue, no matter how small, I should gladly give you my thoughts on it. Oh, well, thankfully we actually do have such just the thing. But before we go down that route, let's delve into some. Oh fuck! The music went away. I'm about to get serious. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. Let's get into some awkward territory. Mr. Sholmes, did you lie to us? My dear Mr. Naruhodo, stays that piercing stare. What is this about? Last winter, when we were first on our way to Britain aboard the steamship, the Pura. Your words were very clear. So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. You told us that it was murder, and you examined Kazuma-sama's body. Indeed, and wherein lies the problem? We met him earlier today. The victim, Kazuma Asagi. Oh, jeez. Oh, shit. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to pursue this line of thought much further, to be honest. I want to be on good terms with my boy Sholmes. I want him to be a trustworthy fellow. You're quite sure? He was wearing some sort of mask and was apparently suffering from amnesia. But yes, I'm quite sure. It was Kazuma-sama. You must have known at the time, Mr. Sholmes, that he wasn't actually dead. Well, I can only assume I was swept up in the murderous atmosphere of the moment. The fellow wasn't dead at all? Priceless. That's a well, I mean, that's a bit of a weird way of reacting. I don't suppose that performance would pass muster, would it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, wait. Oh man, where is this going? I could believe that the crewman present at the time made a mistake. But not you, Mr. Sholmes. I mean, to be fair, he has made a lot of mistakes. He has made his fair share of mistakes. I mean, what kind of... Maybe it's the ultimate dance of introduction, you know? And, you know, we had to correct his course. You know, that we had to correct him that he wasn't actually dead, you know? I will now tell you of something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that. Please, Mr. Sholmes. Tomorrow in court, you will find yourself on the threshold of a very great mystery. For now, I'm afraid that is all I can say. Oh, well, that's not very satisfying. Kind of anticlimactic, even. Man, for real? He didn't even like. He basically confirmed that he was a little liar, dude. But why would he have lied about that? You know? I mean, he barely knew us, and he fucking barely knew Cosma. So like, you know, it's pretty strange. But I guess he's not going to elaborate any further. So why don't we show him the piece of evidence, the clue that he might be able to do something with, perhaps. Mr. Sholmes, would you cast your eyes over this photographic print? It's of Mr. Enoch Trevor, the face of the engineer we seek. Ah, well, all Englishmen look broadly the same, of course. Okay, I guess you can say that considering you're English, but... So, looking at the photograph won't be particularly instructive. Are you alright, Mr. Sholmes? I mean, yeah, he's pretty distinctive looking, to be honest. I don't think you would get him, like, mixed up in a crowd. Ah, yes, forgive me. Very interesting, this. Very interesting indeed. What's wrong, Mr. Sholmes? You've turned quite pale all of a sudden. Okay, what's with everyone fucking turning pale in this, like, investigation day? First there was Barack. Wait, what's it? No. Yeah, there was Barack, there was Ryunosuke, and now fucking Sholmes. And we're all turning really pale, apparently. Bro, you gonna fucking elaborate? Okay, well, you do have a suggestion, at least. Okay, cool. I have a suggestion, Mr. Naruhodo. Will you indulge me? Oh? Well, what is it? As I explained to you when you arrived, the missing waxwork has been returned, and I personally reinstalled it in the exhibit from which it was taken, behind those thick curtains. Oh, yes. The Professor exhibit, isn't it? Would you like to see it? For a mere 5 shillings. That's a special, one-time only price, you understand. What? The opportunity won't come again, I might add. Wouldn't you like to see the fruits of my labor? Oh! Well, we do have a rather pressing investigation to carry out. Perhaps we could postpone? The price is very reasonable, 5 shillings. I think you'll find it's well worth it. Are you being quite serious, Mr. Sholmes? Surely you need only look at my expression to ascertain if this is seriousness or silliness. I can never tell with you. That's kind of the point. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Ryunosuke. Oh, very well. It couldn't hurt. Here's your 5 shillings. Gratefully received. So, the special exhibit awaits behind the curtain. I invite you to peruse it at your leisure. Well, the money's been spent, so let's go and see the special exhibit. Uh-oh. Well, geez, now I'm starting to worry. Is Enoch Trevor going to be behind those curtains? So those heavy curtains at last. Okay, no, we had to actually physically examine it. Okay. Well, that's convenient for me. Because I think that is as good a time as any to wrap things up for now. As you can kind of see, it's and it was not quite a cliffhanger, but there's clearly something behind those curtains that we need to see, and yeah, we can check it out on the next episode. Gotta say, Herlock being a little bit sussy, if I'm being honest, you know, a little sus, but I don't know. I'm sure he has his reasons, at least. I mean, I trust him more than I trust fucking Yujin Mikotaba. That guy's a sussy baka, if ever there was one. But I don't know. The business with Kazuma is kind of just sprung up on us. But well, there's that, and then there's a lot going on. I can tell. Like a lot of different mysteries are like I can see the threads beginning to connect. And in fact, I have a theory about that waxwork statue being returned. By the way, I don't want to share it just yet in case I'm right or wrong, but I feel like the theft of the waxwork figurine plays some kind of role in the murder of Mr. Assman, as it were. I think. Again, I don't know for sure, but you know. Anyway, we'll see what's behind those luscious, thick, red curtains next time. Until then, though, I'll see you around.